It's a stadium known for its design, its noise, and a fan base so passionate. Brock, you know this firsthand. They've retired a jersey number for them. Welcome, everybody, to Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today, the John Madden Thanksgiving celebration continues. We've got a great one for you. Between the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. Vikings here, head coach Kevin O'Connell. These guys 6-2 over the last 2 months of play. On the opposite side, that's Seahawks head coach Mike McDonald. His side also occupying playoff position, so might be a rematch we see play out this postseason. Fourth down punt from the Seahawks, and that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. So we'll see the Vikings offense now for the first time. And it'll be their second-year quarterback who's bringing them out.
You know, Kate, sometimes they say great quarterbacks are like great point guards. And much like we measure point guards in basketball with the assist-to-turnover ratio, and you love a 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio that will win you ball games, same with quarterbacking. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, and a big old win last week.
First carry here for Aaron Jones. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. He's dropping back to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. His first throw is an interception. Picked off by Julian Love. And the Seahawks are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. What a call for their first pass of the game. It would have been a big hitter if they completed it, Brock, but just not the right touch on that football, and it ends with an interception.
You could just tell these cover guys, they've been waiting for their first chance to go get some work done in this one. They did their homework, number 1. And number 2, Kate, as Russell Wilson loves to say, the separation was in the preparation.
Back to work after throwing the pick. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. He takes this up to the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 4 on the play.
Kate, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't the pass. It was a scramble. But it nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
They're going play action. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game. And you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 31-yard line.
Running once more with Mason. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Tackle made by Ernest Jones.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Has him on the quick hitter. A solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. They get an even 10 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Mason gets it on the counter. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
Really, two elements needed to hit big on this play, Kate. Number one, you got to sell it. Right? You really got to sell and get that defense moving. And then secondly, you got to execute. You got to get a body on a body so that running back can get loose.
First down, play action. Buying some time right. Going all the way to the end zone here. And he has the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. And with that score, he's reached a benchmark he's long had his eye on. 30 touchdowns in one season. And he's going to come away pleased with how well he has played to put up that kind of number this year. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. He's brought down, and that was close, Brock. Maybe a yard away from surrendering 2 points, but the stop did come outside the goal line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know, what do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run to prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also...
And he's not going to escape. They could not get the push they needed. It's going to be a safety.
You could just feel it, right? Right off the snap, you just got that sense at the line of scrimmage. When those big guys defensively win it right off the jump, right at the line of scrimmage down here at the goal line, well, they've got a chance to put 2 points on their ledger. That's well done by those big boys defensively.
To start this drive. On the move, headed right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Okay, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Completed right side to Addison. Give him 5 yards as he gets this up to the 25.
Well, much credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, able to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10 from the 43. He's going to throw it again. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. And it's going to be 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
They are throwing it again. Buys time, rolling right. He takes it himself. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had here, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, it's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Flush out now to his left. He's going to run for it. Running down the left side. They're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
On the toss, here's Mason. He dodged the tackle. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down to the 16-yard line. He gets 16 yards on that play. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st down.
That's another Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Looking inside the red zone. Chased out to his right. They get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. And it ends up out of bounds. A small loss on the play, but they do, importantly, keep possession. Well, nearly the end of that series, partner. You could almost see those players rooting for the ball to bounce across that sideline before a defender made the recovery.
Yeah, sometimes that sideline's a player's worst enemy. Sometimes it could be their best friend, and this is one of those times where that best friend delivered. I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down. They've got themselves a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
Mason gets in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings take a 2nd quarter lead. First play in the drive. Here's Mason. He picks up 5 on that 1st down run, brings up 2nd down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
This is Mason on 2nd down. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. So this is going to be 2nd down and long following the holding flag. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. To the right, hauled in by Jefferson. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
That's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
To the air on 3rd and long. That one's caught by Jefferson. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota. New set of downs from the 37. Straight ahead, here's Mason. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
11 more yards. That's another Vikings first down.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10+, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory.
He's across midfield.
3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Straight ahead they go with Jones. And he gets a nice chunk, looks like about 5. It's going to be 3rd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to it. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
7th play of the drive now as they need a yard here on 3rd down. Give it to Mason. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Vikings first down.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there, and he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Going to the ground again on Phillips. He finds a little room there before being hauled down, gain of 3.
He's taken down.
Okay, that's a run that's whole hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
This time it's a passing play. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete.
Jefferson.
They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch. But then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this.
Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Rick Willen with the INT. And the Seahawks are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
So Mike McDonald's getting his Seahawk offense out for another drive. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punch. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Swanson Hawkinson outright. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Vikings are going to have a first down. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you got to admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield. Pass play on 1st and 10. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he was showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Now, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected the decision-making there. Coming off a kick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, he just took his medicine.
3rd and long for him here. He lost that football. But fortunately, the Vikings stay calm. They were able to get to it. Crisis averted. They keep possession. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work. First down, it's Mason. He's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Setting up to throw. Escape, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. Number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it 3rd down.
Kate, you know I love to say that the NFL game is a game of adjustments. You come out of halftime, and you know you've got to impact the quarterback. You got to get home, and it's exactly what they do on this opening drive.
Air it out on 3rd. Into the hands of Jefferson. Complete. They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
And the Vikings, 1st down. A gain of 14. 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
To throw here on 1st down. Getting out to his left. And they get to him way behind the line on this one to take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This defense has been doing it all, not just with the takeaways, but the pressure and what that does and how hard it is to play the quarterback position when you're taking a beating like this.
Following the sack, they need a big chunky yards here, Brock. It is 2nd down and very long. Trying to throw this from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Rolling left, buying some time. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Look at how well the coverage held. offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts, with a very minimal gain.
Throwing it on second down. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on it.
1st and 10 from the 43. Counter play, Jones. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
You know, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Changing things up, they're going to throw now. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. The penalty erases an exciting turnover, makes it 1st and 10. Running it after the penalty. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings take a third-quarter lead. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one, the last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop, because a broken tackle can mean a touchdown.
Kevin O'Connell with the call. They're trying for 2.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And that pass is caught inside the end zone. The 2-point try comes through, and their lead's a field goal now.
Seahawks, 19.
Throw to begin this drive. Short pass brought in. And he's halted after about a 6-yard pickup. The stop made at the 36.
It's a gain of
2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
Looking in the air here. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
A gain of 7. And the Vikings.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. First and 10. Here's Jones. He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
First down. A gain of 12.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
They'll throw here on first. On the left side. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
That's another.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Offense getting set. Here's first and 10. Back to throw. Forced that to his right. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up.
Still first down.
Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now first and 20. Pass play coming here. Hawkinson has it, working that middle. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
It's on the in route. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings take a fourth-quarter lead. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half. Puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
To pass on first and 10. That's on a quick hitter. He did well on that play, but might have had some early help. We've got a flag down. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now first and 20. Looking to throw here. Finds him over the middle. Seahawks pick it up. A lot of space ahead. Won't manage anything after the recovery, so that is where they'll take over after the fumble.
In a situation like that, I mean, this is a perfect situation with football. Offensively, just get out of your own end zone. But those defenses, they can just smell it. It's like they chased it, and they know you've got your back against the wall. They're aggressive. They take the ball away. That is a win-win for this defense.
Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Mason will try this one up the gut. Blocked by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling our running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. He's going to throw this one. Hits him on the out route. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And, hey, there's still time. He could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
Dialing up a pass here on 3rd down. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. It's a pickup of 4 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Throwing now on 1st down. Caught out left. And he's out of bounds. A beautiful play to get that 1st down, but this could be coming back. We got to check this flag. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That is the holding penalty. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. He's going to throw it. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
He's going to throw it again. Another one to Addison. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Back to throw. Looking Hawkinson, he's got it. And he's going to be touchdown as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
7-yard gain. And the Vikings 1st down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
All set now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Mason. On the move, past the 40. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
Offense is set, 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Jones. He comes through big here. 9 yards. It's 2nd down.
10 more yards. Tackle made at the 16-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
After a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that 1st down. 2nd down carry for Jones. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Jones. A gain of 4 yards. And the Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. A give to Mason. He surges ahead for 5. Make it 2nd down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. The run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. And no one had a shot at that. It's at the back of the end zone, incomplete.
It was almost was no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
He's back to throw. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
Intended for Johnson.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Kate, you get man.
This is Mason. They stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st and 3.
10 yards on
As
the
they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. He can run it. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. When we bring this game to a close, Brock, I think one of the stories we're all going to be talking about is the type of showing this guy's had, not spinning the ball, but running it.
It's been just gritty. It's been determined, Kate. It's been tough. When they needed a play, he's dug deep and he's willed this offense forward, coming through with the type of run the moment asked for.
They're going to pass it here. On the move, headed right. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they face 2nd down. Here's Mason. This fight good enough to gain about 4. It's 3rd down. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
3rd down from the gun. And he's not going to escape. The Seahawks brought the pressure, and they got him. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Vikings pick up the win on the road. Well, Brock, I think it's safe to say that the top-ranked defense in the NFL probably going to take a couple of hits to its status after this one. We have not seen an opponent score against them like this very often, if at all, this season.
Yeah, I think what it shows you too, Kate, is even for an elite defense, there's still holes and weaknesses to be found and taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Took a whole bunch of effort, some great masterful game planning, but this offense found ways to score against a pretty salty defensive unit.
Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings emerge as winners as we say so long from Seattle.